what we have here is the FortrezZ MIMOlite bridge module. What comes in the box is what you see here with the additional user manual. You get the 9-volt plug adapter and the main unit, the bridge module here. Now to show you its features, I got to open it up. So just 2 screws on the top, undo these. And this is your top cover. Okay, so inside the unit here, you can see the features. I'll use my screwdriver to point to. Here you've got the Z-Wave chip and antenna. You've got a relay block here. This is a 10 amp 120 volt AC or a 10 amp 24 volt DC relay. So it's got quite the capability in there. Actually, I think it's rated for a little bit more than what's set on there, but we don't recommend more than 24 volts. The terminal block here, you've got your common, normal open, normal closed, low voltage wire inputs. Next to it, the signal input terminal block, and then the power terminal block. And we've already got this pre-wired with the connector. That's how it comes out of the box. And then, you know, down here we've got the LED for the signal input and the LED for the power terminal block. And this is also your status, so when it's plugged in, it'll let you know different blinks, different things. And then this is your programming switch, toggle switch. At the back of the unit here, you've got another P3 jumper. This jumper, if you remove this, it toggles this relay from momentary to latching. So actually, if it's off, this acts as a momentary relay, which you'd want to use this, for example, on a garage door application. You just need a quick on-off transmission to control the door motor. If you want to use it as a latching relay, you just leave that on. And it just comes, you know, as standard, it comes as a latching relay. Okay, so I took a MIMOlite, and just for demonstration purposes, I wired a doorbell, just an old existing wired doorbell for your reference here. You can use MIMO for quite a bit of things. I just want to show you guys one example where you could take an old existing wired doorbell if you've got something really nice or fancy, antique, you know, the nice old brass doorbells. You could take that old technology that's really nice and expensive and make it smart using the bridge module here. So what I did, I took the doorbell, right? You just have this doorbell on the front of your door. It's single pull doorbell switch, or you could use a double pull, which is wired directly to the doorbell sounder. And we're going to have different manuals online, so if you want to copy this exactly, you can see how we do it. But I've got the P5 switch off, right? We're just using it as momentary, and the switch is wired in parallel. So if somebody rings your doorbell, example, goes off, they still get local control from the switch. If your network is down for some reason, your doorbell switch still works. However, you can control it with Z-Wave on and off, and really more importantly, you can get the status notifications through Z-Wave that somebody, when they press your doorbell button, goes into the signal input, which I don't have it wired that way now, would tell you, hey, somebody was at your door, they rang the doorbell as a notification through Z-Wave. Really nice application. Okay, so another example here with the MIMOlite. I've got the cover off. This is the cover for it. Took it off so you can see the electronics. Another common application we would recommend doing is, this is a float sensor. So you can use the MIMOlite to measure water level. And you would just install this on a pipe, either on a sump pump or wherever you know, whatever your application is. You can use this float sensor. and if the water level gets to the point where it takes the sensor and bobs it up, this will just send its status through these two wires, which get plugged into this terminal block for the signal input, and now you've got a Z-Wave command out back to your controller that you know, your water level hit a milestone. It's triggering a sensor switch here. Now this is the same thing. You could use this with simple magnetic contact switches. There's lots of different types of sensors you could use this with. You know, another sensor that we've tried here, a simple water probe. Right, you just stick this in. It's a temperature probe. It's got another 3 wires here. You wire it into the MIMO. We've got diagrams online that we could post and show you how to do this. But in case you want to measure water temperature or ambient air temperature, you can use the MIMOlite with one of these sensors and plug away. Yet another application here. This is a simple 24 volt solenoid. And again, the applications can be various for this. If you just want to control a simple solenoid, you take this thing, wire it into the terminal block for the relay. In this case, you want to do it as a momentary. Remove the jumper pin. Put this into the normal open, normal open and the common terminals, and you could send it a Z-Wave command, and this will just simply operate. You could have this operate a little a gate valve on a pet door, or a little flap that when this goes in, the flap comes down and drops, you know, pet food down, a set of keys, whatever it be. This is a simple solenoid application with a MIMOlite.